And here we are, yet again, this time on the CW. We're going to see if we can make our way through our dailies and weeklies on the CW. Probably a little bit after I finish those, I'll come back here to Brent Shander to finish out my SKT stuff, because I already made these boots, which I can get 10k Bottom Blood and vivify those, which I probably won't do. I'll actually just work for the 15 on these, just so I can make those Mana Seekers up to par. So yeah, we'll do some of that. Wait, what am I missing? Yeah, I'm only missing the Bottom Blood, so I think I'll do that after I finish all my dailies and weekly stuff, because where am I actually at on this campaign? Oh yeah, I'll do the weekly, then it'll advance me, then it'll open up the HE weekly, and then I can do that. Alrighty. Small fries. It's like even less than small potatoes. It's like fry is just a fraction of a potato. So you grab that one, you grab the Founding Weeklies, then you grab one of these weeklies, and then you make sure you grab a patrol with it. Don't grab more than, actually, what time do we have? 13 minutes? Okay, we'll grab an extra patrol, because by the time we finish all that other stuff, the next set of patrols will be up, so you can actually get 4 of your weeklies done within a reasonable time frame. But for now, we're going to go out to the ship first. Yeah, we're going to go out to the ship first, because the next area will just have me going back to the river. And since I'll do that after I do these, it'll give me the opportunity to be able to, I guess, maximize my time. I hate how spread out these guys are. Where is the other one? Am I blind? I guess it's another weird thing, like they move that box around. Oh, there it is. Because they can either be that box or that box up there, or they'll put it way up there, or they'll put them both on the same side. And we'll do this to force our bonding proc. Actually, let's try that again. There you go. Force bonding proc. Hop over. Filthy cheater. Some things they'll never fix. Are you serious? There it is. There's usually enemies here, but I guess they just said the hell with it. So that's 2 out of 3. I mean, seriously? Are you gonna count? Alright, cool. Beach is clear. Now it's time to get off this beach. And then we turn this one in, and it'll proc the weekly, and then we'll grab the next weekly, and then run over to the river. And proc weekly turn in, and then pick up the next weekly. Because we gotta wait 9 minutes to pick up the next set of weeklies, we'll just run over here to the river. Hopefully it takes me a little longer than 9 minutes to do the... What are these quests? Yeah, do the trials and do the adventuring stuff. Please tell me there's an HE up. None. Dang. I'll do that one on the way back. So we'll hit the 100% and then do one of the quests over there. Hopefully I can get the consecrate ones because it'll bring me back this way and then I can just head north. You guys suck. I suppose I could do it now, right? That way once I finish there, all I have to do is just warp back. Yeah, that'd probably make more sense. Clearing the way. Alright, that was kind of cool. It was like full cast, but nothing. I like how that little hexer over there just like said, I'm gonna be immune to all this. Some of the other guys go there. Are you serious? Game's trolling me. It's making me fight the spider. Pick up all the weird things. Some folks probably ask why the hopping around. Simply because the enemy will always target the last position you were at on the ground. And if you're jumping and you're already moving in a direction, there's a high chance that whatever attack that it was going to do is going to hit where you were, not where you are. So it's just a good survival tactic. Now it doesn't really matter with ranged attackers because they're always going to hit where you are, no matter what you do, unless you dodge. But for everything else that's like melee that has to swing on you or whatever, like just hopping around will make it very hard for them to hit you. Which is why you can solo a lot of bosses on the CW if you're just smart enough to keep moving. And to get out of here, call that, warp it, and hit the door. What's waiting for us outside? Same old, same old. See you up there, Mr. Spider. Ugh, those guys. The range they have, like, I don't know what I gotta do to get away from them. Bunch of jerks. Just die already. But anywho, this is I gotta complete a hunt, do a trial, and some blah blah blah. So this should all be pretty easy. Because what, that one little fight was 11%. Hopefully I can complete my 100% up here. Please be ogres, please be ogres, please be ogres. Meh. It's a couple ogres. Alright, we're gonna make this fun. Grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. Party time. Ooh. Wonder how I'm staying alive in that madness. Man, that was dumb. Was that 100%? What, that was only 28%? This game is stupid. How dare they? Nah. It's all good. We'll work out something else. I'll see if this next quest is undead, because then I'll just clear that other half up here. Ooh, more you guys. Cool, I'm gonna go that way. Is it? Is it? It's the missing scouts. There we go. That's what I want to see.
While we've managed to keep them from overwhelming the camp, they still keep pouring out of the jungle.
Yeah.
Salhana has already briefed you on what needs to be done. Consecrate the remains with holy water and destroy any undead you find.
Oh, I'm about to get batted. Not making a doubt about that. Let's try this. Grab. What? Don't tell me out of range. I already activated it. What do you want from me? Just hopping around, being a jerk. That's enough pickup. Okay, cool. So now we just clear the rest of this area. You. Oh, dang. Those ran at me. I wasn't expecting that. $95%. That's what I'm talking about. $96%. And we'll do the grave here. Y'all come over here this way. Kaboom. That is dumb. Cool. And this should give me my last 3%. Are you for real? That number of enemies was not 3%. Those values are so random. Because there's a time I came up here and I killed 8 ogres, and it went straight from 0 to 100%. Like, so I don't even know like how this game calculates anything. I just got a random 1%. How? Doing what? I forgot to consecrate that gray back there. Dang. Got distracted by the skull. But while he's running ahead, that just means he's going to trigger the next mob onto the next one, depending on the order that he's running these. If he's doing anything logical, like going boom, 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 or if he's like just going all over the place, like I've seen some players doing. Big old blue crab. That's another one that you can get your hunt from. But the ogres, as you saw, is pretty damn easy because it's a lot of them. Oh, wrong way. Don't knock me down. Please don't. Please. Let's be friends. Sudden attack. It's not a sudden attack if I saw it coming. Is it? Alright, lightning, don't arc. Don't arc. Do not. Do not. It did. Fine. Really? 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 Let's get out of here. Ugh. Wake up, we got a job to do now. Are you serious, you jerk? Dodge. Dino hide. Dodge. Okay. Now that I've aggroed every possible thing in the area, I think I'll move on my way. Ugh, just in time for these guys to respawn. Ugh. What else dropped over here? That's it. It's Dino Hide. This is dumb. next? Ugh. I'm pretty sure I'll see, look at that range. Like, are you for real? Oh, appreciate the host there, Jala. "21 folks coming along." Well, appreciate y'all dropping in. Tonight's just some CW dailies and weeklies and such. All very exciting, I assure you. Am I a Moth Renegade? Why, yes I am. Moth Ren to the end. Or Spellstorm whenever I swap back. Which my Spellstorm is more of a Thaumaturge with a bit of Chaos. But practically the same build. It's just I keep it on the Moth loadout whenever I'm just doing dailies anyway. Oh man, you jokers. Sick of y'all. Bring your butts closer. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. Hold hands. I ain't got time for your nonsense. But anyway, yeah, I keep it on this one just so I can still maintain all the debuffs and the proc the chaos magic. But whenever I go like full debuff setup, then I just swap out a couple powers and I'm ready to go. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. So you're probably going to see me do some interesting tricks while running my dailies. Like, you're going to see me cross this bridge and then get a little bit over here to this area and death, and it should put me at the top. Back at the campfire. Look at that. I didn't have to travel so far to do a turn in.
Well done, my friend.
Okay, cool. So now, take this one. Oh, appreciate the follow. And now I take this back to Port Inn. And this should be my weeklies. Yeah, because I did a patrol before I started. And then this patrol I'd be able to turn in. And since it's 8 minutes past the time, there'll be 2 more patrols that I can pick up. So that's an additional 10. But after I turn these in, it should give me the weekly for the heroic encounters. So I'll do that daily, then it unlocks that weekly, and then I do this patrol, then it unlocks the weekly again. There we go. It's a little bit of a lag, but you get the idea. And now I can pick up yet another patrol weekly, and then we'll do both these patrols just in case like it takes longer than 50 minutes to do this. The next 2 will come up and it'll give me time to turn in yet another patrol. But for now, what I'll do is I will try to sneak my way around. This guy's actually a pug. Huh. Try to sneak my way around to an HE. I'm pretty sure it gave me one of those, right? No, it didn't, because I'm spacing. I need to do this. Start that, run back over to that guy. That's right. Forget, it's different if your main character collected that 25 bonus thing. Because now my DC is actually 64% complete with the silly campaign. So that gave me 25, yeah. And now I talk to this guy again. He should have, yep, heroic encounter. So I will sneak off into an instance and get a, see if I can sneak into a KOS. And that should take care of that. Do I use Fan of the Flame on dungeons? Or Conduit Ice on tab? So that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Actually, I should be able to swap here. If ever I'm in a situation where I'm just pure debuff, like then I'll just swap out this for combustive action just because, well, tons of action points, and as long as I'm spamming dailies and debuffing the hell out of everything, it's great stuff. As well as I usually swap Swath of Destruction, so I'll run combustive action with Swath of Destruction, so that way I'm doing even further debuffs, as well as then I swap to Fanning the Flame on tab. So that way anything affected by Smolder is now also hooking me up with, where's it at? Drift and Embers there. There we go. So Fan the Flame, it will then spread Smolder to other things. So it's pretty darn good, and especially with the fact that things that when they're affected by your Smolder, they take a further debuff. It's pretty damn good debuff. There's nothing that debuffs. This is probably the best debuff setup in the game. Well, next to there. Put that one down there, and that is the debuff debuff setup. And if it's single target, then I'll usually just swap out that for that. So let's say like we're running Svarborg, I'll usually run this setup, just to debuff everything in the room. Now, if I notice that we're running short on DPS, then I'll usually swap my stuff back over just to keep the Moth debuffs with the Smolder mechanic. I'll usually swap back to Conduit Ice, keep the Chilling Presence, and then put Crit Conflagration just for personal DPS. But then I'll keep those. But as far as like mob situations, as you see soloing, this is my current setup. So just knowing more like what you're trying to do with these kind of helps you along the way. I know some people run Fierce Immolations. Truthfully, I'm trying to remember where it's at. It's one of these where if you activate a daily, it automatically can't remember what it's called. Like when you activate a daily, like it automatically applies like Smolder. Is that it? No. 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 Dang. Can't remember which. There's one of these things that whenever you activate your daily, it automatically applies the Smolder effect. Yeah, there we go. Combustive action. So, like, in addition, all daily powers add Smolder effect to targets. So, you don't have to worry about, like, whenever you're running, like, the debuff setup, like, you don't have to worry about Furious Immolations. Like, the only time you would want to run it to add Smolder to targets, like, just to add Flame to it, is if you're running, like, this setup. But I feel like it's better to stun them than anything else. So, like, if they're dazed, then I can do more damage to them. That kind of thing. What was I about to run? I was about to go to the river? Yeah, I was going to try to sneak into a KOS here. Hopefully some people let me in. Seems to be one up and one down. Just as soon as I got here. It's great. Alrighty. Well, I suppose I'll run my happy behind over here to this temple. Hopefully nothing bothers me along the way. We found a mantra. Trying to see, are there multiple ways to get to that one? I guess there are. It's just that little bridge over there. Nope, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Geronimo, I wish I could grab that vine. That'd be so great. Just grab these vines and just swing around the jungle. That would be amazing. Oh, you guys are jerks. And of course, you're gonna bring your little jerk grown-up brothers. As you can see, death isn't really like even a threat with the CW. Because I think my lifesteal is probably like as bad as it can possibly get. Like, what is this chance? I guess it's not that bad. 16% is not the worst, right? But most of my health comes from chaos magic with chaotic growth, since there's some interesting things you can do with the CW that proc chaos magics. You can sometimes proc multiple chaos magics at a time, which then allows you to, well, get more than one benefit. So you'll get like chaotic growth and nexus at the same time, or fury and growth. But I seem to notice growth happens a lot, so it just made me realize, like, well, I just pack hit points on this guy instead of lifesteal. Now I don't know if that's by design or whatever, but that's how it's working today, so that's what I do. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's one of the ones where I'm the only one in here. Good. And probably one of the hardest things about running this type of setup is my crit chance. Like, I can't control it at all, just because you don't know like what chaos magic is actually going to proc. Like that one, you probably see like all crits. What's my crit chance? Like, it's at 96% right now. That was really weird scream, but anyway, I'll look at it again like the next fight, and it'll jump to something stupid like 120%. It's just like those kind of swings. There's nothing you can really do about it. So let's take this fight for instance. See what our crit chances goes to. It's still like 98%. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. I guess it's good enough. It's better than my Gwyff's crit chance. My Gwyff's crit chance is somewhere like not even 80%. It's hilarious. Like now it's like only 80%. It's weird. What's this ninja doing? Some cheap stuff right there. Wow. And one more bob. Wait, what did my crit severity sit at? That was extra weird. And quick death to get out of there. There we go. Oh, come on. How much time I got? A whole minute. Jeez, man. You're on 20. Okay. If I can get there in time. Yeah, this is a situation with KOS where I will swap those 3 powers out. Now, technically, what I should also be doing is managing artifact powers, changes from Chilling Presence to a swath. I need to get some dice, and that's always going to be Chilling Cloud. But I seriously need to get some dice to get better powers. And come on already! There we go. I'm totally gonna miss this party. Check the whisper. Oh, it was on Twitch? Give me just a second. Oh, you guys. Ugh. Definitely a lot less damage, but tons of debuffing. Ooh, am I even going the right way? Oh, what a bunch of nonsense. You guys are some jerks. Raptor Rider. Yeah, we get here and this thing's gonna be done. Alright, man, have a good one. Woohoo! I made it here just in time, I take it. Alrighty. These little fucks. Okay, he's running away. Did I get credit? That's the real question. Alright, I got credit for that. It's brilliant. Holy lag central.
Who approached things? What else did when?
Alright, so let's check and see what our weekly quota is at. How far do we keep going? I mean, do we do 50 more today? Or do we take a small break and do some other things? Because Papa would very much like to get some Bond and Blood. Where am I at now? I'm at 3k. How many treasures do I have? I have none. Yuck. Actually, let me empty out this inventory. Make my gold for the day.
Do you need supply?
So some of that, and some of that. Hey, the game gives you these ID scrolls. Why not? You get 25 a day for VIP. It's free money. Get rid of all of them. Discarded. Wait, was I trying to get that one up or that one up? I guess it doesn't really matter. And I'm not digging up maps. At least not this time around. Cool. Alright, so that be done. Let's get back to something a little more reasonable. Now I gotta go make 10k AD doing something. Stuff and junk and things. Maybe that would include a dungeon. Or actually, how many Austerian tail carvings do I have? Absolutely none. Good deal. I only got one book too. Wait, how many books do I have? Of course it doesn't show up in there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I only got, let me sort again. Alright, so yeah, we only got one Mana Seeker's testimony, which is the boots. So if I want to vivify the rest of that, I got quite a few MSVAs in my future. Good luck on the DPS. Oh, that's what I need to do. Shrink that. Gotta search for missing adventurers, but before I do that, I'm gonna grab that patrol. Because I need to do one patrol so I can turn in both of those. And then wait another 30 minutes, and then all the patrols will be back up, and I can finish those. Where did I get that orb in the inventory? Which orb? This orb? The Draconic orb? Can't remember where this guy comes from again. More than likely mod. It's probably like mod 4, mod 5 release. Actually, probably closer to mod 5. Yeah, either mod 4 or mod 5 with the Tyranny of Dragons and Rise of Tiamat campaigns. But I don't even know if you can get this orb anymore. Just it's another one of those rare ones where it just doesn't exist in the game. And this orb is the Ensorcelled, which you can probably get anywhere. Let's preview that. Yeah. It's an eyeball and a triangle. It's the Illuminati. But I was probably going to get one of the books. Not the Sinister. There was another tome that I liked. Anyhow. But yeah, this current one is just the Mana Seekers. I don't know if Mana Seekers is going to be like the final weapon. I mean, we'll see here coming soon. But if there is another weapon that I end up with, like say like either the Far-Touched Orb or something like that, then I'll... Oh, what a jerk. You screamed from way over there. See, you can predict the T-Rex's attack. It's the same as the Allosaurus. So that's kind of that thing that I was mentioning before. As long as you're hopping around, it'll do an attack and it'll never hit you. So you can just kind of run in circles on it and never get hurt. The trick is always staying mobile. And try not to hop back into the same place that you hopped from, because then that's how you actually run the risk of making him hit yourself. Yeah, there's a handful of things that I wish they would bring back. I think my DC has like the most transmutes from old in the game. Hey, you up there. That's right. I see you. I see you. Can't hide from me. Alright, now what do? There's no... Oh, the map's down here. Dun, 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 dun. There. Just trying to find you. And that spider doesn't technically count as clearing the jungle. You actually have to go back out into the jungle to finish clearing it. Oh, really? As soon as I come out. Alright, so this one, just run back and then turn in. I think I will have to wait an additional... Oh, appreciate it, Bruno. Yeah, I'll have to wait an additional 25 minutes before I can pick up another, what are they called, patrols? Because the patrols themselves are put on a timer, but grabbing the weekly quest isn't. So like you can see where all these are filled. I'll grab that, turn in, then it'll tell me I can turn that one in. So even if I grab this, there's nothing I can do with it for another 24 minutes. So we'll just leave that right where it's at. How far along are we in this silly campaign? We're at 75. Got to get 50 more. I will not be grinding 50 more tonight. Just I guess the general question is lightning better than dread? It's for CW, from what I've seen, like lightning seems to be really good, but at lower levels, dread may have more of an impact if you have a higher crit chance. So I would probably roll dread first. I mean, if you have both, then use dread initially, but keep working towards leveling up your lightning, because lightning at trans definitely does come alive. Alright, I'm feeling a little frisky. Let's check all the boxes. All of them. This cannot end well. What? Well, I think it's ended before it even started. So while we wait for that, we'll get ourselves enough Von and Blood to make sure we can wear. Get rid of that. Wear this guy. Because I am short. How much? Ugh, 12k. We gotta farm 12k. And I don't have a good trowel. Yuck. Yuck. Alright, boots. Time to go to work. Of course it would put me in one of the higher populated instances. Of course it would. Let's just hope nobody's farming like we're farming. But yeah, I guess I hope that helped you as far as like, oh man, yeah, it's already started. But I hope that's helped you at least make a conscious decision on whether or not you're going to stick with Dread or Lightning. Because you have to think about how far do you plan to go with it. If you'll either rank it up with cowards or if you'll do some trades to get one. Kessel's Retreat. It's good enough for me. Put those boots back on. Got out here and didn't get a single relic. I think Kessel's counts as a, almost said AG, but as a skirmish. What's up, kitties? That weird double animation. Oh, one of the players fell asleep at the wheel. I guess we'll go back to farming. Makes you surprised there's one way out here. Leave me alone, you stupid bear. Alright, you asked for it. Could have just left me alone. Masterwork set's good as well. So yeah, if you can get a Far Touch orb, or just the Masterwork set in general, it's really good. Damage wise, it's the same damage. Yeah, I would say hold off on the lightning until you get a swap stuff. Hold off on the lightning until you get a better version of the lightning, because Dread, even at normal, is really good.
I'll split you in half.
You'll split me in half? It's very weird. But I don't think you'll be doing any such thing. Alright, here we go. Action time. Solo and KR, I see. Ugh. Oh no, we got Barrack. The Guardian Fighter will help us through. Whoa. That was definitely not me. Yeah, that's for sure not me. That's gotta be the HR. Or not. I don't know. I guess it's just some hella good buffs. Thank you. Thank you, DCs. Without you, I'd be nothing. No, actually nothing. Ah, ow. Come on, dude. That actually just really hurt. Took out half my health in one swoop. Well, so soloing, it's probably not the best. Oh, it's bad. Okay, let's get our health back. Yeah, so soloing, Masterwork set probably doesn't look all that attractive. But if you're running any group content, adding additional damage to any of the players in your party is more damage than the damage that you have. So think about it like you're increasing your damage by 5%, and then their damage in turn by 5%. Now that's not additive per se, but say if they are doing more damage than you, then you're actually adding more than 5% additional damage because of that much more damage they deal than you. So I can't see like that set ever being wrong, especially in group content. That's why I think that one's probably BIS for support classes. Or not 5%, 2%, sorry. Yikes, if that were freaking 5% times 5, yeah, hands down would be the best set in the game. But kind of think like in terms of like the Mana Seeker weapons, it's got like a cooldown. It's a pretty long cooldown. So like you'll want to think about like how much damage you're doing within that time period, and if your fights are lasting longer than the duration, then it's not really worth it. Like you see what I mean? Because like if this fight would have lasted probably about like 30 seconds more, then the other weapons would be by far better. Just because it's a over time thing. Like the stronghold weapons, it's consistent. Like the entire time that you have them, that bonus is up. I should have swapped the lantern.
I am the master of Crystal Tirith.
I meant to.
Come, my slaves, destroy these interlopers.
Alrighty. Oh, also I meant to swap too.
Fools!
That guy.
The power of Prince Shinobon.
So you probably saw that one where I just triggered multiple chaos magics at the same time. which technically you're not supposed to be able to do. Like up there, like it was chaotic growth nexus. Yeah, you saw it again where I just procced multiples. So it's something weird that happens when activating on activating certain powers, which is why Moff CW, until they like start taking a look at how it procs the capstone, I think it's a really good setup for CW. Not to say like, because Spellstorm, personal DPS wise, like it's the best option, but party wise, this is by far better. Now, if you're running a scenario where it's solo CW, like it's a CW plus 4 supports, then yeah, totally go Spellstorm. Like, don't go Moff. Alright, what did I get? Anything worth salvaging? Any monies? Alright, let's look towards the north. Oof, this place is dead. Ha. Leave me alone there, kitties. Yeah, so with the Masterwork not having any cooldown whatsoever, like it may, depending on like how long your fights are from point to point, as well as like what zone you're in, that's the difference. Because like the, what is it, 6% Everfrost resist that you get off of this, plus whatever else, like if I swapped, well, when I finally do Vivify it, or not Vivify but restore it, but if you put on the Mana Seeker stuff, plus this, and if you have Dodd rings or whatever, like that's when like the Jarl's Gaze like comes into play. And if you have all 3 pieces of it, and then you drink one of the 10 potions, the 10% potions, that's where like it's probably better for you to be running the Mana Seeker weapon. So if you're in FBI or MSVA, it's better to run Mana Seekers. Probably everywhere else in the game, like the like the Masterwork set may be better. But definitely the Masterwork set comes at a price. Just kind of keep that in the back of the mind too. So for me, these were far easier to obtain than anything else. Because actually, the only thing I had to do to get this set on this character was just run the dailies and Bryn Shander. Because the way that I got it legendary was on my Pally, since that's probably like the character that most people know me for playing. Like I just ran a ton of MSVAs on it, so I ended up being able to make a legendary set for this guy and my HR. So I focused on getting relic weapons for my my DPS, my primary DPS classes. And since this guy's built more of a support DPS, if I had to swap to primary DPS, I could. Versus like with the phase set, I'm not sure if I would have been able to pull that off. Wow, there's too many people here. And instant swap. Yeah, 4 mil for main hand, offhand. Just, to me, since I already have this, it's not a good financial swap for me. Like, just to have both. Because then you have to get those, and you got to get refinement and all that stuff, and it's Not something I feel like doing right now. Besides, like, refinement on these guys, super easy to obtain. Like, just open up some maps and you're there. Alright, let's queue for other things. Actually, we'll save shorts for last. And see if there's brave souls out there solo queuing. Looking down the hill, see one way out there, none up there. Cool, we'll head down. Anything over there? Up on that? Nope. Oh, fishing? Don't do it. I just don't do it. Flat out. The only way that I got my, like, that fish box was from maps. I guess the only way that, let me even look on this character. Do I have? Oh, Blender's Tower. Yeah, so those 2 keys that I got there, I guarantee those 2 keys came from fishing. Or excuse me, not fishing, but maps. There you go. Like, of all the things, like, the hardest part about me getting the weapons on this character was that, like, on a day that I went into the Sea of Moving Ice, if I saw the fish quest was there that day, I just didn't do dailies that day. Like, I immediately like this. Oh, another zone. Yeah, so you can avoid fishing altogether. It's just you have to do maps. Oh, we just got double pally. Healadin and Tankadin. I see. This should be interesting. Oh, that means the buffs are not as great, so I hope the pallies are watching each other and knowing to offset auras. Probably not, because this is a pug run. They're both probably going to run Aura of Courage and Wisdom, which that seems to be the case. Oh, what a jerk. There. That. Give me my health back. There we go. I knew if I just hopped along, they would eventually get to me. So I hate getting knocked down in that first area. Still need the last boon. I don't even know where I'm at boon wise. Where did I leave off on SKT? Yeah, definitely didn't get the last boon. And we'll take this area a little slow since looks like guys are behind quite a bit on damage. I don't want to leave them behind and let them get eaten up. Or never mind, they're just bold and brazen. They're gonna run off without me anyway. They'll be slowing me down. The lag is real. I'm like rubber banded everywhere. This is great. I don't even know what happened, but they died. That's all that matters. Blob's coming back for us. Tank. Get the tank. I'm not the tank. There you go. Alright, now time for this room. Solo and VT, I think first time I did it on the CW, it took me about 24, 25 minutes. I think I could do it a lot faster now just because, well, I'm a lot better geared. Come on, buddy. Dodge that. What? What shirt? Woohoo. And no drops. See, most of the time when I'm on CW, like this right here, like I don't even have to know what's going on. Like I'm just moving around, running circles, pop my daily in the middle, occasionally freezes stuff. There's a guy on the ground, I'm just gonna in the middle of this fight pick him up. Oh, never mind. I guess he just released. I was gonna pick him up. He got frustrated and released. Dang. This must be like... What's going on, Romo? Or Rumel? Yeah, the folks in here, it's maybe like a couple of folks like first time running around. Yeah, those guys hit 10k. 10k with Life Forge set? I use the tank, which makes sense. Then we got a Kame. Nuke whiff. Makes sense, yeah. And so this is kind of that stuff I was talking about before, where a lot of times I would go single target. DPS, but I want to maintain our Master Flame setup. So I'll just go Chill Strike, Disintegrate, and so on. Oh, and the Lantern. What's happening there? I can't tell if he's in combat or what is going on. Oh, better swap back to something that'll keep me alive. So what's killing him? Trying to see how this guy was dying. Alright, let's try that again. Rays of Enfeeblement, and throw the stick at him. Stick of ice at him, or her, or whatever.
Impressive. You will make excellent undead bodyguards.
Why does she sound so weird? Did that actually out of order? You beesh. Oh, he got zapped. There's no picking anybody up in here. You pick somebody up, you die. Especially being the squishiest of the squishies. Alright, come here, girly. Shit got me. See, soloing, this is where icy terrain would save my behind. Woohoo! We're doing it. Getting out of here. I'd help you, evals, but that's a really risky situation. We'll miss you. What you drop? Helmet? What's up? Dropping a helmet. Cool, cool. Alright, take it easy there, Dark. Yeah, I need to... Ooh, a Feywolf. Just like the one that I ride. I remember when that thing used to be exclusive. But now, it means nothing. They just throw it away in lockboxes and give one to everybody. Or not even lockboxes, throw them away in dungeon chests and give them to everybody. When it used to be a promo and it had some limited edition value. Sad times. Wait, did I do that whole dungeon in those boots? Or did I just swap? Oh well, doesn't matter. Ooh. Where are we at, count-wise? Probably not nearly high enough. What do I need to get? I need to get 7k more. And they remove that potion from the store. So it's not like I can buy the one that increases my chances of getting rare drops. I'd have to get my trowel. It's tier 1 bad luck. There we go. And let us scout around. Fun times relic farming, I swear. It's the best. It's the absolute best. But I guess it bothers me more than like I had to wait until this mod to be able to get my gear. Just it was very weird to see like progression throttled by I guess lack of a better word, the community. Just because the only way that you were going to get relic gear is you had to run FBI on that character because it was bound to character, or Spell Plague, and you had to get lucky on the lockbox. But what if your character just never got a chance to run those dungeons? Just because it was a DPS class and the game's oversaturated with them. Like, you were throttled now by the community, unless like you got lucky on every run that you did and you got the exact pieces you want, you would never obtain it. But this time around, like they did everybody a solid by allowing players to progress without having to rely on communal efforts, I guess. Similar to, well, I feel like you're still throttled on the weapons, no lie. Like, there's no way that you can't go any further than the initial weapon set without 9 other players, which I think that's not right. Like, there should be a large amount of currency that you get for, or a large amount of resources that you get for crafting in the community effort, but a very small amount from, like, let's say dailies or something like that. Like, if they threw in dailies that you got a few, or at least like a chance, similar to like what they do in Dread Ring, like a chance of getting like the marks necessary for crafting the weapons, then it wouldn't be so bad. But these right here, in order to make these weapons, you have to be in successful groups on top of that. And then it's also random on what type that you'll get in the box. So it's just a lot of RNG and character progression, which is RNG plus the gate of community is not a good, it's not a good model. For a lot of players, it's discouraging. Like, they just flat out said, like, I'm not gonna run it, just point blank. And I've always maintained in the back of my mind, because I remember what it was like being a player, going from 0 to where I'm at now. So I never forget like what the effort entails in trying to progress. In today's game, more so, like, it's very difficult. Like, you'd have to buy the campaigns to like even get close to catching up to folks. Because if you started the game today, in order to reach where everybody's at now, like, just to be considered like viable for in-game community content, you would have to, you're months behind, like, just starting the game. Because let's say, like, in the first day you went from 0 to 60, and then the next day 60 to 70, you still have to do all your boons for Dread Ring. You still got to do all of Sharandar, Tyranny of Dragons, like the whole 9. So like you're forced to just buy out campaigns in order to just get caught up to some level of being viable, or at least considered for participating in content. And then you got to run dungeons to get gear that allows you to, oh my goodness, leave me alone. To get gear that allow you to at least somewhat be worthy in content. Oh my gosh, these guys. But you get the idea. Like, it's, for new players, I understand like how hard this can be. In fact, like, my latest character, my TR, that's probably like, well, even that one, I can't even call it my latest character, because that one, I've had it for a little while. That one, I just recently got it to where it has all content unlocked. So it can do all the, basically it can run everything. And it's current on the new campaign as well. But being able to do that starting fresh, by the time you get caught up to run the content that's existing today, there's more than likely a chance that there'll be, you know what, I want to fight that mob. I want to fight that just to see like how fast I'll die. Can I survive these? Let's find out. Oh, this is really bad. Really, really bad. bad. I'm living. How am I surviving this? Best CW ever. Oh god. Maybe not.
Pay for the death of my
Oh, cool. That worked. I lived. I have no idea how I survived that, but I survived that. Dang. That was kind of epic. All that for like a relic. Just one. Oh, the things we do for Von and Blood. Run around in this snow blinding area. That's just weird. Just one lone dude standing down there. Oh. Oh man. Got this guy running around. Bah. Oh, so exciting. Couldn't tell if one was up there or not. So we'll do it this way then. Look back. Yep, there was. And what do we gotta make? Oh man, we gotta make a lot of 80, which probably will not happen. So instead, let's see what we can make here. Is that 6k worth of bottom blood that we just gathered? I hope so. So if not, I'm about to cash in all my treasures in the river district, which is probably nothing right now. Alright, so what do we get? Alright, so that's 1500. Alright, put us at 57. 72. Well, 3k away. Yuck. Alright, while we do some of that, we'll check everything except KR. Looking for 2 more DCs for MSP. I'm not a DC, but I'd like to go to MSP. Temple of the Spider. Queue instance has been cancelled due to player declines. Well, so you queued for it, and then it popped, and then you declined. That takes a special type of person. Because they declined immediately. Nothing up there. Anything up there? Didn't seem like it. Please leave me alone. Also find, oh man, just getting all the rank ones. As long as they're double, I guess I don't really care. Man, this queuing system. I always wonder if it is an improvement or not. Like, different doesn't necessarily mean better. Well. Have we killed a Gurgling Hex Collar by chance? I'm not sure, but I'm going to now. No, we haven't. Chaotic Growth and the heal. Alright, let's see what happens here. Does the last player accept or decline? Aha! We're actually going into a dungeon now. Oh, Snappa. Zan Gentleheart. Oof, being left. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Oh, ring. Ring. There we go. How? Dodge. Jeez. Holy frame rate. Companion, come back. What on earth is spitting on me? Oh, no companion. It's bad news. That was a weird scenario. Like we both ate it. Okay, take it he's not using Ray of Enfeeblement, so I will. Take it, Jala's just solo queuing. Oh man, he's wearing those boots in there again. Guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, salvage time. How much AD is that? And not too shabby. So I think we are good for the day then. Is there anything else I can salvage? No? Okay, so when we run this last Shores of Turn, then that should be it. So I'm gonna go ahead and... How much more Vana Blood do I have to get? I didn't get any rare ones, did I? No. Dang. Well, we'll run around some more. Hopefully we get lucky. But we have to get an additional 3k more Vana Blood. Really 2.6k, but basically 3k to make sure that we get it all tier 3'd. Keep getting these silly rank ones. Does it do a trail every time it pops up? No, because it'll run depending on how far away you are. So nothing there, one on the side of the hill. Oh man, if you don't have the trowel, I feel like you have to take that excavator's potion. How much does it cost these days? $4,500 each? Wait, did they add it back to the store? So I last looked, it was actually missing from the store. Oh, it's still there. Never mind. So let's look at that again. How much is it? 1,200? I looked at it before, that thing was not there. So why 4,500? Guess that's the Vana and Blood to AD conversion. Well, we'll take one. Even though it negates some of our efforts today. Worth it in the efforts of completing our Vana and Blood hunt. And good thing this stuff is in game time because I will not be running this for the next hour. So we'll probably do this for another 15 minutes and then run ashores and then we will call it. Alright, hopefully this increases our luck. Nope. Bad RNG is bad. Hope that one way out there.
Shander, what? Go.
This is pretty unlucky. What's going on, Lil Gaming? As you can see, we're doing the Great Relic Farm. It's great. And by great, I mean, ugh. Why? Should probably be running Tiamat, seeing if I can finish out my campaign. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. It was there and then it was gone. Okay. Feeling a little bit better about this. At least getting indication that I'm getting more than just the tier 1 stuff. It's kind of like running IG over and over and just getting nothing but +1s. Not just +1s, but +1s that are like, it's just a regen or something dumb. And we'll do a reverse, go up and towards the left. Yeah, this area is not the most pleasant. Yeah, truthfully, I do not want to be doing this. However, I would like to have my weapons. Or not weapons, but armor. Sorry, I got the weapons. I'd like to be able to finish my armor at the very least. Because I had to go through the last 2 mods and not be able to run content to not get them. So this mod's like the first mod that I can actually utilize y'all's gaze and do some decent damage with this character. At least on the SS layout. The Moth is still debuff. Alright, let's hope that's about 2,500 maybe. Possibly. Grab that one. So I think the Glyph rework will destroy the Glyph. I don't know. It's I feel like they're never. I hope they would never consider completely breaking the class. But there are some things that need to be done to it to bring it back into balance. But I think all that means is you'll just see a lot. Well, even with like if there's a serious HR rework, you'll probably see like just more CWs and TRs come about. So like class balance, I mean balancing it in terms of like what's optimal for play. I don't know if it's a good thing to do or not. Like in any game for that matter, because I look at that type of thinking outside of MMOs, and in terms of like let's say fighting games or single player brawlers, that kind of stuff, where you have a character and a cast of characters that is singly the best character in the cast, like regardless of oh, it's my phone telling me it's bedtime. Regardless of like your options and variety or whatnot, like if there's one class that is just like so far ahead that's just broken, then that's just what everybody picks in the game. Just becomes oversaturated with it, which is what players do anyway. But you have to have like some viability for the rest of them, which I hear people like talk down on the SW quite a bit, but I played mine, and there's times where like I'll never out DPS an HR or Gwyff, but there's times where like given the current party composition that it's still fun to play the class. Like you're not spitting out ridiculous numbers back when Murderous Flames was broken to pieces, but it's still pretty good. Or I should say it's still pretty fun. So I like the idea of keeping things in a way where there is a class that's slightly better, but if you don't like melee classes, then you won't play it. If you like caster classes, then you'll go ahead and pick up a CW. If you like an alternative between ranged and melee, then you'll go HR. If you like tactics and other additional mechanics, then like you just basically pick what fits your playstyle once you learn how to play it. But like starting that kind of balance out of the beginning, it just leads new players to always ask the same question when they come to the game like this: what's the most overpowered character to play? Like they just ask that. It's like, man, do you want to learn the game, or you just want to easy mode through it? And then later on, if there is such an easy mode, just later on talk crap about it and say like, man, it's too easy. It's one of those things like you just can't win. For sure. So like whenever I see like somebody playing an SW, like I look at it like, okay, that player's actually enjoying their time in game. Ugh. Still need more. Oof. 2200 modern blood. Do we do it? We're doing it. And I could vivify my boots, right? Like, what do I do? Make the chest piece or vivify the boots? You know what? I'm not doing this for the rest of the night. F that. We're gonna leave things as is and just pick up tomorrow. But until then, actually, I should say before then, we'll see if we can get some Shores of Turn. Oh man. Now let's see what's out there in the world. Let's see what we end up picking up. Here we go. Oh, I have to leave queue. There you go. Braven and Elrond. And just one more. Come on. Healer buff, that works. Cool. Alright, what do we got here? Private queue, epic, and shores. And works if I swap boots. There. Cool. Waiting for that map. That delicious map. Yeah, I mean, truthfully, you could do this all DPS and it still works. Dragon power! Alright, this could get a little interesting. What happened? We lost our whiff. Apparently nobody pays attention to the big swing. Oh god, that's bad. Dodge again. Like, dodged and got stuck. Oh god, that's bad. Dodge that. No dodge that. And the release. Okay. Try that again. Spellstorm, less moth. I mean, do I really? Yeah, why not? Get more. Dodge. 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 I can't tell when he's gonna do the move because that's stupid dancing. Fuck Aboleth weapons. Ugh. I hate Aboleth weapons so much. Anyhow, we made it out of there. Barely. And on that note, Whew. I believe we shall call it evening. Now, I appreciate the folks that have dropped in. Take it easy though, Low Gaming, even though it's probably about like 5 minutes ago. Um, yeah, for the folks that did drop in, appreciate y'all hanging out. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see who out there is also streaming some Neverwinter on Twitch, and kind of go from there. So let's take a peek, shall we? Following. Who out there is streaming? We'll send you over there to Code Reader here. Alright, so yeah, appreciate y'all dropping in. Hopefully I get a chance to stream tomorrow. I don't know, it'll probably be a pretty busy day. But yeah, y'all take it easy. Peace.